gentlemen. It is Friday, just before 12. I just finished doing a StreamYard live stream test. StreamYard is a live stream software that is run on their servers and allows you to kind of free up all the space on your computer to send a signal to YouTube. And I think you can actually simultaneously stream to like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, multiple YouTube channels. So it is possible that I would like to try that, stream it to my vlog channel and the big channel at the same time, and I think all the comments will come through. So and Facebook would be kind of neat and interesting to try that. One thing, thanks everybody for helping me out with the pressure in my tires. We're gonna fix that today. I totally agree with you guys. I just totally slipped my mind. You don't put the maximum amount of air pressure in there. Thanks for re-educating me through all the tons of comments I got on the mistake I made. 44 PSI. I just figured, you know, I've had so many different cars and it seems like they all have different tire pressure amounts that you should have. So I just figured 44. Okay, well, this van needs 44. And I didn't, because it was upside down too. I'm just making excuses at this point. Because it was upside down and written in numbers that I don't recognize. All right, so we'll fix that later on. Oh, I have to go to the post office and mail back. Oh, I don't have it here. So the bike mount that I was telling you guys about, the quad lock, I accidentally ordered the wrong case because there's the iPhone 11, the iPhone 11 Plus, and I think there's the iPhone 11 Pro. Like there's all these different cases. So this is the iPhone 11 Pro, but it is actually smaller than the case that I bought. So I think I bought the 11 Pro Plus or something. I don't know. I think on their website it's called the iPhone 11, and that's it. And that is a bigger case than what this phone fits. So my phone literally dropped into the case and could just fall right out. So I had to return that one. We got to take that to the post office, send it back to them. I bought a new one that will fit this perfectly. But the actual clamp for my mountain bike fits perfectly. So I'm pretty happy about that. And the chances of me using my iPhone on my road bike is pretty slim. So I'll probably just keep that mount on the other bike, and that way I don't have to move it back and forth. If I decide to start using it on this bike, then I think I will be buying another bike mount clamp so that I can have my iPhone on that. But we'll wait and see. I don't usually go to places on trails and stuff with that bike. So what we got in the mail today from Amazon is the phone mount for the dashboard in Rusty, and this is the one I went with. Let's put that in the trash bin, the rubbish bin. That's a little bit dented, as you can see. It got dented in the transportation of it. So I like this IOTI. This is what we have in Carol's car and in Ben's car, and just the one that I've liked the most. It has like a big button on it, so as you put your phone in, it grabs your phone. You don't have to put it in and squeeze it like I used to. Let's open this up. We'll go put this in Rusty. So yeah, the live stream went really well using StreamYard. So it costs $25 a month to do the upgraded one. It gives you a few extra options, and then there's a $50 a month version, and if you do it for a year, then it saves you, I think, for the $25 a month. If you do a whole year, then it drops to $20 a month and saves you $60. So I probably will go with that. The best thing about their highest version, which I think is $40 a month or $39.99 if you buy it for a whole year. If you don't, that's $50 a month. So let's just keep this box just a little bit longer, just in case. So it comes with a little pad, and I think you can stick that, and then just in case, I guess, this suction cup doesn't stick to dashboards, and it does. Like I said, I've had 2 of these similar, same company, so they probably use the same sticky adhesive on the suction cup. Again, there's like a special, you got to tear that off at the last second before you stick it on your dashboard. This has an extended thing on it, so you can actually, if your dashboard's further away from you, then you can, I believe, pull that out and make that even longer. Ooh la la. We'll put this part on, but again, I think this is so that maybe there's a surface that needs to be even more stickier, or something that this won't stick to. But again, I've had 3 of them. This is my 3rd one, sorry. All right, so it looks like we have a twisty thing. We'll put that in there, like maybe we have to untwist it a little bit more. There we go. I'll put that ball in there, and then we'll twist it on. That'll give us some angles that we can choose from to put our phone in. Again, you squeeze this in. When the phone is on the dashboard, I'll be able to snap it on. Boom. I'll probably, I like it sideways if when I'm using Waze. But I wish I had like a quick turn thing. It also has a directional thing, so if I wanted it to be mounted, I forgot to screw that on tighter. So let's tighten that up. It doesn't fall off again so easily. There we go. So now it's not going to fall off. So not only does it have the extended arm to bring it closer to you, I'm hoping I don't need that, because the further away, the more bouncy it becomes. And then you can do this and then stick it to your windshield. Or you can stick it to the dashboard, which is what I think I'm going to be doing. And it'll be probably like that. So let's go to the car and stick this thing on and get Rusty up to snuff. Last quick sip. I think I have just a little bit more coffee in there. Let's go let some air out of some tires, and legally, because it's my car, and we'll put this on Rusty. Let's go. All right, so I'll probably be taking this one off. Don't need that anymore. That was my temporary one. I need that for other things. But again, if we stick it here, if we stick it in the center, just to be symmetrical. So if we stick it down, dead center, then I'll be able to have that off to the side like that. I could bring it closer, but then I'm a symmetrical kind of guy, and I think you guys can see this. So I'm going to try. Let's just take this off for a second. You peel this adhesive off. You're supposed to wipe that down, and then you get this adhesive off. It's just like a little bit adhesive, but you still need the suction cup part. So you got to like do that, and then this will push down. This will push down and then add the extra suction. But this actually is tacky on top of it being a suction cup. So that's the kind of suction cup action we need. And it can be removed, just to give you a heads up. So let's stick it right there. And then push this down. And that won't come off. Bend that all the way forward. The other thing, the other kind of small issue is that it might be in the way of my radio. No, it'll be in the way of the radio a little bit. And then we just tighten this. So I'm gonna make sure it's all nice and super secure. Tight. That needs to be tight. This needs to be, again, I could extend this closer to me if I wanted it to be closer to me, but I don't. It's fine where it is. You can look at this. You can have it up high or down low, depending on what you. Let's try it down low. No, I want it up high. I want it where it was. It was fine. Okay, so there we go. So when I come in, snap, the phone's on, plug it in. So there we go. We're all set. It's all slick. And now I've got my phone, my navigation, we're all good to go. We're now in the Atlas. I've got my water jugs to go, got some beer cans to take back, and I'm also taking the leaf blower in. Carol's dad gave us his leaf blower, and I used it for the whole front of the yard, and everything was fine. Started using it for the back of the yard, and then it just kept getting slower and slower, and I'm like, what is wrong with this thing? Because Carol's dad is pretty savvy with the whole oil mixture of gas and oil, because it's a 2-stroke engine. So you have to mix it. So it is possible that he mixed it and it ran out of oil, I guess. I only buy the actual, a very expensive fuel that goes into steel, leaf blowers and stuff like that, and equipment. So I never have any problem with mine. So I'm only thinking that something's wrong. But now I think the engine seized. I have no idea how to fix small engines. But first thing is first, we're going to go to the post office, then we're going to go to Home Hardware, then we're going to go to Barrie and get water. All right. The one thing about this car is I just put my phone there. You can just leave your phone like that and it will wirelessly charge your phone, which is fantastic. But you need to plug it in for it to pop up here on the screen. And that's why I don't want to have a cell phone holder here, because I don't need one, because everything on the phone shows up here and we're good to go. Made it over to the post office, got my phone, wallet, keys, mask, envelope, and let's go ship this out and return that case. Got that all done. When I was in there, so it cost me $12, so that was a $12 mistake. Some things on Amazon seem to be, you can return it, it doesn't cost you anything. Other things like this, for whatever reason, you have to pay for it to get returned. I think the actual company is in somewhere, possibly in Toronto, but I'd waste like $12 in gas taking it down myself, so, and my time, so it's worth it sending it back like that. And then I got a parcel from Japan, Critical Eats Japan. I'm one of his Patreons, and it sounds like a drink, so I can't wait to open that when we get back home. So next stop from here is Alcona, and we will drop off the leaf blower, and hopefully that doesn't cost a whole lot of money to get fixed. Made it on over to Home Hardware, and they are a steel, I guess they're a dealer. So let's park it and take her in. All right, drop that off. It's gonna take 2 weeks before they probably call me back. Unfortunately, we need it earlier than 2 weeks from now. But okay, so that's 2 things done. Now we need to get the water and then go home. I figure while I'm up here, I'll ask Siri if the Barrie Food Bank's open, and it seems like they are. I called like several different numbers at their location, and nobody's answering the phone. They're probably busy like crazy. So I'm gonna go to the bank, get out the $800 that we all raised for the Barrie Food Bank, and then I'll go and drop it off. And then we'll do the water and then we'll drop it off. But the bank is probably the closest thing to me right now. So let's do the bank first, then water, then the Barrie Food Bank. Okay, let's go get this money. Put on our mask before we go get the money. All right, we are back in the car. Every once in a while I put my phone in my back pocket and then I sit on it. All right, so thank you very much, RBC. You guys are amazing. I went in there and asked her, I wanted to take out $800 for the food bank, and she goes, wouldn't you rather have a money draft or a money order? And I'm like, yeah, but I like to kind of hold the cash up at the thing. And she's like, well, it will say to the food bank and everything right on it. And I don't think there's any personal information on here. She said there won't be, but I think there is. So let me just fold it. Let me just fold it a bit. So I think if I fold it, you guys can see that there's $800. There's the $800. So it is a draft, $800 draft to the Barrie Food Bank. And I think normally that costs money. I think it's like anywhere from $5 to $10 to $15 to make a draft. I think I recall getting a draft when I bought this car. I had to get like a $2,000 certified check kind of thing, which is I think a draft, same thing. And I think it cost me money to get it. So thank you very much, RBC. She waived the fee because it's going to the food bank. So thank you very much for being a part of our little food raising charity that we have going here on KBD Productions TV. Like I said, I eat for a living, and there are people in this world that can't afford food. So we're doing a good thing, you and I. So let's get over to the water store and get our water, and then we'll go over to the food bank. Busy day, man, busy day. All right, there's the water depot. I like to park here, it's a good spot. Easy access. All done at the water store. I missed one of my stops, which was the beer store, just to get rid of these empties out of my car, because there's nothing worse than tipping over an empties case and then having that leak all over your carpet. All right, gotta go back a step. Unfortunately, gotta make 2 left turns. I hate making a left turn. They're such a pain. I think the Mythbusters did a thing on left turns and right turns. It's better to make right turns. You actually saved a lot of time. All right, let's get to the beer store. All right, made it to the beer store. It's gonna drop off our empties. Just in case you're from another part of the world, in Canada we pay extra deposit on all of our cans and bottles, and then that makes us bring them back to the beer store, and then they recycle them. That's cool. Nothing goes in the garbage. So I'll take all the stuff back, and we'll move on. And the food bank is just 2 streets over. Convenient. Well, that was almost $9 in returns, and the LCBO gives you a bag that you can buy, so they don't add to the world's garbage. It's a reusable bag. You could probably use it for 50 years. You could go in, buy multiple bottles of wine, liquor, whatever, and also you can return with that bag too. And yeah, saving the planet one bag at a time. But now my car doesn't sound like a brewery when I go over a bump like that. All right, let's go to the food bank, and that will be the end of our day. All right, guys, so if you guys remember, on all my social medias, I'm always pimping out a picture of me and Peter was the CEO, and now it's a lady by the name of Sharon. So Peter has retired from this position. He's been doing it for many, many, many years, and now Sharon is our new person. And yeah, so they were happy to see the $800. They wanted to give me a receipt. I refused the receipt because I can't take a receipt. When you guys purposely give me money for the food bank, I can't take that. If I gave them $800 from KBD Productions TV, I could write that off on my taxes, just like you could write it off on your taxes. But I can't write it off on my taxes when you guys donate to me. So, or donate to the actual food bank. So when we did that show, one of the people, like you guys saw, said I wanted to donate to the food bank, and once that happens, then I cannot use that as a tax receipt. So thank you very much, everyone who was in that live show. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me, and I just wanted to move the camera because the people beside me. So lot of stuff we did today. One of the things I forgot to do was take some of the air out of Rusty's tires. I'll do that for tomorrow's vlog. All right, see you guys later. Thanks for hanging out with me. And again, thanks to every single one of you guys for donating to the food bank. They really, really appreciated it. They had big smiles on their face and thanked us from the bottom of their hearts. All right, guys, thanks for staying with me on this little journey. We'll see you later.